if Hollywood is really talking about diversity and inclusion, then we have to break down the social piece of it. Because in Hollywood, the entertainment industry is all social. It's who you know. You know when you're at the club. I recall people told me. If you know the situation, you can get yourself in. If you're in a certain thing, you can get that table that you want. Like, it's just, Hollywood is wired like that. And so the real inclusion and diversity is going to be when we know each other. It's not checking off quotas of how many women and how many black people you let do the job. It's, do you really know us and feel comfortable with us, and do we feel comfortable with you to be our true self?
Gotcha.
I don't understand wanting to be at a party by yourself. I really don't. I don't like being the only black person in the room. I just don't enjoy it. So I don't like being the only black person at the photo shoot, the only black person at the meeting, the only black, so if they're not going to make it happen, and they're not, then if I have a way to make it happen and bring more in, then why would you not? We've had an amazing time on cruise ship with all those women, and any outreach I do to black filmmakers and just black artists, it's just usually the most fun time I'm having when I'm around people who, are looking at the world in a similar way. Not that I don't like to see the world through other ways, but it's not fun being alone. No, we have Latina women, Muslim women, Asian women, all kinds of women. The only requirement is that you're not a man. And I'm really looking for, a transgender woman right now who has the experience, is ready to step into it. I mean, I just want that perspective to be on the show. And it's produced some beautiful episodes, so I think we're doing okay so far. If you want to tell stories, you just got to tell your story. It doesn't have anything to do with me. It doesn't have anything to do with the scale, the platform. It's the passion for doing it. When I first started, I was making films for $10,000, whatever I could put together, and it didn't matter. I just had to tell that story. So there was a path to this, what I'm doing now, but I enjoy it every step. And that's the challenge that I see now. I don't see people embracing the early steps with a pure joy.
The process.
No, joy in the process. I'm sorry to bring that to y'all beautiful black people over here, but the process, because there's beauty in that, and there's fun in that, and there's a lot to be learned in that. You just jump to this place or jump to another place, and you miss the steps. And the walk is a beautiful thing. There's no greater purpose than stepping into your calling. And I feel like telling our stories as black people, specifically black women, is my calling, and I'm just trying to step into that.
Absolutely. Please say
I'm a black woman filmmaker in any room because that's magical. It's a unique perspective. I don't care if you call me a director or a black woman director, and in fact, I prefer a black woman director. It's not different from when I've heard you talk about black privilege. It is, it's a divine and beautiful thing, right? So why am I trying to cut that off and put it into somebody's hand? I don't even know why she continued to have a conversation with me, because I was so awkward and freaked out and weird, acting weird. I could see myself in my mind's eye, and I would have been like, I'm cool, thank you. Because I was didn't know how to hold my posture, and she was talking to me, and I'd be like, in the right angles. And then she was talking to me, and I wasn't hearing her, and just going past me, words are coming out of her mouth, and her eyes are looking at me like, this is happening. When also there's no screen in front of her, this is really weird thoughts, and I'm sure that was, the look on my face was odd. But as she continued to invite me to a thing, my friend David Oyola was our common friend. So if David was coming, she'd say, oh, bring Ava, and I'd come along, and I got to know Gail and Stedman, and one day I was sitting around, I was like, I feel comfortable, you know what I mean? About a year. But it's so nice that she's so normal. My family's over there. My family's had a chance to interact with her and her family, and she's just a normal black woman. She's just very, very. I mean, once you're at her house and you're at the table, you're at the table, and you're just having a regular conversation as black people, just normal. And then the butler comes in, and you're like, right. project. Something that's always been on my mind. It's on all of our minds. It's the society in which we live. But I was always just trying to learn about it and get underneath it and try to figure out why things were the way they were. So when Netflix said, "Do you want to make a documentary? It can be about whatever you wanted." It was a real ambitious thing, but it was just a blessing to be able to dive into all that. The question was, how do you put it together in a way that people might want to see it? People can digest it, put all the pieces together. Because once you see the whole, that police brutality is connected to mass incarceration, is connected to Jim Crow, is connected to slavery, and you put all that together, and you see where we're going now, surveillance, this new program, I think it's New Jersey, that they're doing where they're going to train our boys and girls on how to interact with the police, but it's coming from the police department. So it's not like our people, like, this is how you defend yourself, or this is how you, because that kind of respectability politics that we have to practice in some places or people feel is valuable. This is coming from the state saying, these are the ways you interact with the police, which I think is problematic. And that's why I was hoping 13 can help us, remind us of our legacy, so we can step in the future more boldly.
Do you think we have?
Oh gosh, lots of good stuff coming on. But right now I'm working on this film that's based on a book that I've never read. I didn't grow up with the book. It's called Wrinkle in Time. And people either know this book, and if they know it, they love it, or they don't know it at all. And the cool thing about it is Disney let me go in, and they were like, look, here's the book. People love it. We need to refresh it. It was written in 1963. We want you to put your spin on it. And they let, I did. So it's a big swing. It's either really work or really not work. And the question is, the question for me was stepping into the risk. I could have chosen something that was surefire, gonna work, everyone's gonna love it. Or do you push yourself? For me, it was pushing myself as an artist into a place that was uncharted terrain.